All right, coming up next, it's a UFC heavyweight showdown. So as this young fighter makes the walk, you gotta think he's thinking strategically about how to get this fight to the ground to set up his guard passing abilities. Great technique, plus athlete as well, and really a guy who cuts the guard with the best of them to set up a dominant position on the ground. I think a lot of opponents are sort of freaked out by just how quickly this guy transitions between positions on the ground. No doubt his opponent has prepared. Sometimes you just can't simulate an athlete like this in training.
This guy has toughness that you cannot teach. He has an incredible ability to absorb punishment and the mental toughness to come back from devastating situations.
So as this confident young fighter makes his walk to the octagon, you can be sure his inner monologue is, how do I get this opponent to the mat? Because once I get him down, I know I can keep him there, potentially for the duration of the round, if not the fight. This guy's top game is scary good, and it's not just about getting you down, keeping you there, using the body weight effectively so that you can't get up or use a hip escape. This guy will sap your willpower with the best of them, and more often than not, guys just have to give up and wait for the round to end.
This guy has devastating one-punch knockout power, amongst the very best in the world at delivering a single blow to end the fight.
Our tale of the tape for this heavyweight fight. So these fighters relatively close in age, just a year apart. Some differences in height and reach as well. Now for the official introductions, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a grappler, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 6 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in at 263 pounds. Fighting out of Hollywood, California, the Great. And now introducing the opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a kickboxer, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 6 feet 1 inches tall, weighing in at 236 pounds. Fighting out of Hollywood, California, the Professional. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Mario Yamasaki.
Mario Yamasaki, third man in the octagon for this one.
You ready? Let's go, come on!
That one hurt.
And a nice left hand there on the inside.
Oh, he's getting some hip into that one.
Trying to kick the leg out.
Good defense there.
Oh! Wow! Oh!
He tagged him again.
Busy as he looks to improve position here.
Hurt him with the right hand.
Good right hand.
Working from north-south again. Out of nowhere, this choke. What he's doing here is he's looking for the windshield wiper choke. And the way he's going to get this is slide his arm under his opponent's armpit, rotate his body, press his hand underneath his opponent's neck so it pins his arm.
There's the tap!
Great job, didn't waste any time, took this fight to the ground and got the early submission.
Yeah, Joe, we could barely get the Fight Clock sponsor out, and the submission comes here in round 1. He said he didn't want to waste a lot of time. He knew his opponent would know what was coming. It was going to be takedown attempts in bunches, but he couldn't stop the early shot, and he certainly couldn't stop the submission. So great effort and even better technique here tonight.
And one more time, nice technique here on this submission.
So a seminal moment for him here tonight, Joe Rogan, as he gets the win by way of submission. Certainly one of the bigger wins of his career, and as big a statement as he could have made here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mario Yamasaki has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 42 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out, the Green.
Well, at this point, all that is left is the celebration, and it's nice to see this fighter sharing a moment with his coaches and training partners after the big submission win here tonight. He had no shortage of naysayers coming in. A lot of people said he couldn't come in here and submit a foe of this quality. Well, that should mute the masses a little bit. That should set him up for a big fight moving forward. Tonight, though, as I mentioned, all about the celebration, and it is on in the corner.